Ladies and gentlemen, featured speakers Larry McQueen and Dan Lovekamp. Okay, Larry, one of the things that we wanted to try to do is give ourselves a neat way to put together our 7 minute presentation. So we're going to go ahead and put this video together. And what I'm going to do is ask you some questions that I know are important to you. So let's start with the first one you've got on here. What services does Carpet Care Plus provide?
We provide an array of what I call anything with fiber. We've done everything from vehicles to mascots. We've done carpet wall-to-wall, dividers, you name it. If it has fiber, we can clean it, and we specialize in area rugs.
Gotcha. What are the three professions of your best customers?
I would have to say three of the best professions of my customers have to be realtors, Jake, also property managers, because they always have a lot of properties that they're taking care of. And again, we really like new homeowners because they need somebody in there to talk to them, because we'll explain to them, what warranties are about on their carpet, because people have a very bad misconception on what really counts as a warranty when it comes to carpets. And the warranty doesn't mean jack squat to whoever sold it to you. It's on the factory. And so you got to understand what your piece of warranty says and what needs to be done on a regular basis by certified people like me.
How long have you been in business?
We have been in business 21 years now. We started in 2001 and now we're 22. So we're 21 years in business.
What sets you apart from your competition?
I think what sets us apart from our competition is that our goal is to meet and exceed the customer standards. We're not trying to upsell to them. We don't, it's a no-nonsense approach that's worked for us for 21 years. We do what the customer wants. We get in there, we do the job, and we try to get out of there fast, and we take care of their stuff. And we always come back if there's a question or something needs respotted. We're always there to do that.
Explain the types of repairs to rugs you guys perform.
Well, there's a lot of different repair types. Our main thing we do is to conserve, which means we'll put stitches in things to keep them from tearing more. We can reweave all the way and restore a rug. And depending on what it is, I have contacts all over the world, so I can contact anywhere and get the fiber that's needed to match exactly. So if it's a $1 million rug, we can take care of it for the person and get them in the right contacts and help them.
What is this dye process we heard you talk about?
Dye process is something you don't see around here a lot. We're probably the only company that actually offers dyeing of carpets, and we do it mostly on your natural fibers. So we work those a lot, and we're able to do little spots. We're able to do full room dyes, and we do what we call color clean, which is actually putting a little bit of color back into the rug to make it last longer, because you lose about 2 to 3% of your color every year due to sun fade. And we're able to help restore that, especially like funeral homes, places that have the old green and red carpets. They look really good when they get this.
Do you like the referral from a Facebook group?
I do. It doesn't bother me because we're on a lot of Facebook pages already that customers have put us on. And a lot of times they'll call and schedule based on recommendations from their friends on Facebook. So we like those a lot.
How often should a carpet be cleaned, and are there any side effects of cleaning too often?
I get that question a lot. The thing about carpet cleaning, when it comes to that, you're not going to, the old thing was, you're going to damage your carpet if you over clean it. That's not a true statement. You're going to damage your carpet if you under clean it. So if you have pets, you have babies and kids running around, you have male humans, we tend to make a lot of messes. The more often you clean, the better it's going to be. We have people that clean quarterly. We have people that clean every 6 months. Businesses, we do monthly sometimes, and their carpet lasts for years because we extend the life of that carpet.
On the commercial side, why should they choose your service over your competition?
On the commercial side, what sets us apart is that we have 3 to 4 different ways of cleaning. So we go in there and evaluate the business, see what they got going on traffic-wise, see what type of fiber and carpet they have, because there's glue downs, there's executive carpets, there's all kinds of different things. And so we look at all that and figure out what is the best method to do for their area and address that. And we do free estimates for commercial.
What are your goals in relation to BNI?
My goal in BNI is always try to find connections for people And my yearly goal this year is to try to do more one-to-ones with everyone, get more involved in that so that I can get more information, be able to pass more referrals. And I'm going to bring every member of my team to BNI again so they can meet everybody so that they pass a referral because they pass more than I do.
In this last minute or so, tell me a little bit about what you did in your prior profession.
In my prior profession, I was a member of the United States Air Force for 20 years. And I served in my first 14 years as a security specialist. So I guarded everything from dignitaries down to fences. And I did that for 14 years. And then I got into logistics planning where I was a war planner. So I wrote a lot of war plans and support agreements for different people. So I've had to deal with a lot of people over that time frame. So I learned a lot from that. But, I did 20 years in a day and I'm proud of that.
What did lead you to this endeavor?
What led this to me was kind of ironic. I was working on my bachelor's degree, finishing it up, which I did. But to help pay for that and assist me on that, I was working part-time for another carpet cleaner. And he, over the time, was getting ready to get out. And I just kept looking at the figures, the profit margins, the cost, and decided that this was a good opportunity for me to do something where I wouldn't have to work for anyone and be accountable to anyone but myself. And so that's where we have been since then.
Last 15 seconds. Are you really a Hoosier?
I am a Hoosier from the beginning, even though I live here in Illinois. I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana on the south side, and I've been an IU fan ever since and a Colts fan also.
Clair McQueen, Carpet Care Plus, and devout Hoosier fan. I'm your render listening for that.
Yep. Hello, everybody. This is Larry now, my turn. And we're doing a one-to-one with Dan today and how we should do those. And I always like to start off with, tell me something, Dan, we don't know about you.
You know, it's interesting. We talk about NFL and professional football. I'm not a huge fan. I know you're a big Indianapolis Colts fan. I'm not a huge fan, but I do have something that most people don't know. Back in 1972, I was 12. And I won the national punt, pass, and kick for our region. And I had all Kansas City Chiefs garb on. So I had a stocking cap, I had a sweatshirt on, I had pants that had the logos on it. I looked like a complete and utter dork. But fortunately, they were pants that my mom made me. They were made out of a knit material that was very flexible. So I actually did really well. And I wasn't supposed to win that competition, but it was really kind of cool that I did.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Dan.
You know, the car business itself has been very good to me. I started in the 1982, 40 some years ago, and it was a fluke. When I came out of college, I had a master's degree in finance at that point in time, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I went to the corporate world, and it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. So all of a sudden I called a friend and I said, you know what, I don't like what I'm doing. He said, well, why don't you come sell cars for me until you decide what you really want to do? And here I am 40 years later.
Yeah, 40 years later.
So it was strange how I got into this business. Now, personally, Sally, my wife, I love her to death. I've got 2 fur babies, both Nibs and Hotch. I've got a Sherman Shepherd and a Rottweiler. I've got 6 grandkids, which I love dearly. And our life is full and it's busy. The nice thing about it is we've got a great life in that respect. So I've been blessed to have a great family, great friends, and we enjoy what we enjoy, as opposed to, obviously the picture and cigars and bourbon. That's just one of many things, and we like to travel too. But I'm really blessed that I have terrific grandkids and a wonderful wife and great fur babies.
All right. So part of your hobbies, as we know, is right here on the screen. But what other activities and hobbies, besides, you said traveling?
Yeah.
I know you might play a little bit of golf once in a while.
There's actually a group called the Amateur Players Tour that has 34 chapters all over the country and in Canada and Mexico. And so I still play a little bit of competitive stroke play golf. Last year I had the pleasure of traveling from both coasts. I actually played in California at the PGA West, and then turned right around and came right back to Florida and played in Orange County down in the Orlando area. So I got a chance to play in golf tournaments all over the country, meet some terrific people. And this particular organization, they started out with only 180 members here in St. Louis, have now grown to 6,000 members. And I've made so many really cool friends that I stay in contact with and enjoy talking to.
Nice. So here at Offenburg, what does Dan do?
Dan is the Director of Professional Development. I'm the professor at Offenburg University. So all the new hires for sales come through me. I have a 5-day boot camp that they sit in. I also have fixed operations people stop by, and I give them individual skills to help them be better at their jobs. I'll also see the veterans come through here, and I do leadership training as well, where I work with the GMs and the sales managers when it comes to day-to-day activities to be more successful and developing talent. So my job really is just to be a teacher and a coach.
And you do the recruiting too, correct?
I actually do. I'm heavily involved with fairs locally. I sit on 2 boards of 2 universities. I'm always trying to stay in contact with that particular marketplace. So if we find a great talent, we give them the opportunity to come spend some time with us.
And you recruit not just for salespeople for that, correct?
Correct. I actually recruit for fixed operations, for leadership, for management. Virtually everything that Offenburg does, I have the opportunity to touch. So it's a great job to have because it's well-rounded.
Okay, awesome. And you also said, what accomplishments besides, being the professor at Offenburg University that you have underneath your belt for everybody to understand better about you?
Well, one thing I'm proud of is the fact that I have taken the initiative the last few years to get involved in some of the philanthropic stuff around here. I sit on the board of directors for the chamber. I volunteered this year at the chili cook-off and do every year. I sit on the advisory board for Rankin Technical College, and we all know vocational is becoming a big deal right now. I now sit on the advisory board for the CAVE, which is the Belleville 201. So I'm trying to find ways where I can give some of this knowledge I've gained over 40 years back to the community to try to help some young people jump into the career world and have a better chance of being successful. So I'm actually kind of proud of the fact that I do a lot of mentoring.
Well, that's awesome. I asked you what are some of my best businesses for you. What works best for you when it comes to recruiting?
When it comes to the right employee, we look for a couple of things. First of all, energy and enthusiasm I can't teach. So I look for individuals that obviously have that glow about them, and they believe in the golden rule, treating people the way they'd like to be treated. Most everything else can be taught. It's kind of like teaching a baseball player. If you got eye-hand coordination, I can teach you how to hit, but you got to have the basics. So when I look to recruit somebody, I'm looking for somebody that has intentionality, has the right attitude, smiles quickly and is easy to talk to, and the type of person that you want to know more about. And then at that point, I feel that those are the ones that we can give the skills necessary to be really good at what we do.
Let's see. And what are your goals in relation to BNI this year?
You said it, I believe it. Probably my goal is to do more one-to-ones, get to know the current group, which has evolved into a wonderful group. There's a lot of people in this group I don't know particularly well. So I think it's really important that I do the same thing, schedule more one-to-ones, get to know these people a little bit better so that I can refer in a more effective way. I also think that I need to focus a little bit more on our sphere groups and maybe growing the sphere, whether it's the business sphere or whether it's the personal care sphere, which I'm in. But I truly believe that we can do a better job of growing our spheres inside our group, and I hope I can help with that.
Is there anything else you want to cover?
In quick summary, here's what I will tell you. This is an atypical way of doing the 7-minute. It is. But on the other hand, it gives you the opportunity to ask questions of us by getting to know us a little bit better, but more importantly, to give you the opportunity not only to get to know us better, but also to better refer us. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to both of us. I'm sure we can address those, but I just want the opportunity to let you guys know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm looking forward to those one-to-ones.
Awesome. And also, like I'd say, you can contact me via my cell phone anytime, 618-977-3380 and
618-920-5667. I'm with you on that one.
Awesome. All righty.
End meeting, bottom right-hand corner. Go ahead and name for all.
Good meeting.